The way I worked out who has the most privilege is when I found out a story involving OnlyFans. Now, OnlyFans... Okay, well, don't just cheer, just ask her for a fucking act. What's going on here? You don't go, you go, how can I subscribe, please? OnlyFans is a cool thing. I think the only people losing out with OnlyFans would be pimps, because now women can just do it at home. Because remember there used to be a saying, you can't make a hoe into a housewife. Well, now you can have a house hoe. So now there's a compromise there. Which is cool, you know. Now, the thing about the whole OnlyFans thing is I was in the States last week. Not bragging, just saying. And I found out a story about a lady called Stephanie Motta. And she was on a reality show. When she left the reality show, she opened up an OnlyFans account and she started selling her farts in a jar to men with a fetish. Now, sir, you're looking at me like that cannot be true. It definitely is true, sir. It really is. There's a woman out there was selling farts in a jar. And that's not even the crazy part. She was making 100 grand. She made 100 grand in 1 month selling farts in a jar. Now, some of you are cheering, but there are women in here right now that are on dates with guys that have been holding in farts since 5 p.m. Even some of you, you think I'm funnier than I am, but you can't get too loose because you know, you'll be like, oh. What was that? Oh. Some of you have been popping Senecots all evening just to stop the farts coming out. Did you know you were sitting on a gold mine this whole time, lady? 100 grand from farts in a jar. So once Stephanie realizes she can make 6 figures a month from selling her farts in a jar, well, she goes Scarface with her bum, pushing it to the limit. She's eating refried beans, baked beans and stuff. It's a true story. What happens is she ends up having a coronary and has to go to the hospital because she's been straining herself from trying to fart so hard. Now you see that, ladies? You know, you think about, I could never be a stripper or do an OnlyFans or do porn, because what would my parents think? They might not be happy about that, but imagine the phone call when they're like, hello, is this Mr. Motta Senior? It is, yes. We have some news about your daughter. Nah, I've heard about the OnlyFans, we're working through it. Yeah, she'd be farting in jars. That's not even the worst part, sir. She's gone too far with that too, and so... And so, I must say, to the white women in the room currently clutching your bellies, trying to remain prim and proper, you have the most privilege, or second most privilege in society, if you can make 6 figures from selling farts in a jar. If you can sell farts in a jar, it's hard for you to complain about the patriarchy. I'm sorry, guys. Now, remember, I said second most privilege. You know who has the most privilege? The men that were buying farts in a jar. Come on, guys, what the fuck are we doing here? I'll be honest, like, you know, I was like straight white guys, like everyone is ganging up on straight white men all the time. You get paid too much, you pieces of shit, we can't trust you. And I know that's not every single white guy. And I was like, you know, they can't all be that bad. Now you're that bad. You can't talk about a wage gap being a lie if you're paying for farts in a jar, guys. Robin Williams used to say, if you do cocaine, that's nature's way of saying you're making too much money. I disagree. If you're buying farts in a jar, you're making too much money. And I know some of you are thinking, Dane, that's fair, but it can't just be white guys that are buying farts in a jar. There's no Asian man buying farts in a jar. Not when there's curry in the fridge. Black dudes aren't buying farts in a jar. Not when there's condensed milk in the cupboard. If I want farts in a jar, I won't have vegan cheese, I'll have regular cheese. Now, I don't know how you guys feel about OnlyFans. Me personally, I don't care what people do as long as they don't hurt anybody else. Because, you know, in this new world of online conversation, if you say the stuff I'm saying, people go, oh, Oh, you just want the ladies to love you. You know what you're doing? That's virtue signaling. You're just saying what women want to hear. What if your daughter was on OnlyFans? How would you feel then? I bet if your daughter was on OnlyFans, you'd blah, 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 blah. See, the thing is, I know women and I know men. And if my daughter, as a woman, was happy in her line of work, she has peace of mind, she's of sound mind and body and spirit, who the fuck am I to tell an adult how to live their lives? And you know why else? Because when you're a woman, it don't matter if your pussy is spread open on OnlyFans or you're working as a bin woman, men are still gonna go, can I fuck you please? What you're wearing don't make a fucking difference. Because men, we all have a secret fantasy that whenever we deal with women in commerce, we want the freebie. Anytime a woman is working in leisure or hospitality, men can't help themselves. Like any woman in here is a waitress, they can tell you. You go up to a bunch of guys and be like, can I refresh your drink? Can you refresh it with some pussy juice, please? That's what men are like. You could be an air hostess and be like, sir, can I fluff your pillow? Can you fluff these balls, please? So yeah, I wouldn't care if my daughter was on OnlyFans. You know why? Because at the end of the day, OnlyFans only works because people subscribe to OnlyFans. The women are like, these women have no morals. They only make money because of the people that pay them. And we know what men are like on OnlyFans. There's guys out there who'll be like, hey girl, do me a favor. Can you put on some white cotton panties and walk around your house for me? And maybe rub yourself on the banister of your stairs. Then take those same panties and put them in an envelope and send them to me, please. I'll give you 200 pounds. Well, let me tell you guys something. That's somebody's son! So you think about it, I'd rather my child take off her money, her clothes for money, than my child pay to sniff those clothes like some fucking perv. Think about it. Some guys are you're out here being like, no, these girls are disgusting. Like, some guys want women to pee on them. Yeah, that's someone's dad. That's someone's cousin or uncle. And I understand, you know, I kind of understand why, you know, I understand how that dynamic works because men are visual creatures. That's all we kind of need. Women, like, OnlyFans wouldn't work as well unless it involved men, like, listening and empathizing with your feelings. For the £1, I'll tell you that your friend from work is a bitch. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Fuck Sadie, she's so stupid. I know, right? That'd be £1.98, please. Let me ask you guys a question. You ever seen a job getting stolen before?